Hare Krishna, Brandon. Hey, just Matty. Hare Krishna, go stop. Welcome back to the stream, everyone. Happy Saturday morning to you. If it is, of course, Saturday morning to you. We're back on the prayer grind and feeling blissful. My character was complaining about being so cold, so we put on a little woolen top and whacked out the mole slips because his toes were too cold in the sandals. You've got to remember this is immersive role playing, so got to get the fashion skate right. We've got Brandon C with a hard-hitting question straight off the bat. Before I answer the question, can you guys let me know if the music is too loud, or if the balance is just right? Hey Thomas, thanks for that really nice comment about what you said. Yeah, one of the concepts that I discussed in any of the videos that I had, I've learned in the temple. So yeah, it's a bit like that. It's just kind of sound philosophical principles that are taken from the philosophical texts. Of India. Sorry. Okay, so I'll turn the music down a little touch, thanks to Brandon's suggestion. And his question is this: what are the teachings of Hinduism when someone is struck with disease on birth? This is like a kind of a common question. Not common as in saying a question, you're a commoner. But it's a question that's asked often. You know, if there is a God and he's all good and all merciful, then why do bad things happen to good people and good things happen to bad people? And why do young children get born into situations where they're exploited, or they have a disease, or they're in a vulnerable position? Because it doesn't sort of align with the conception of a God that's all good and all powerful. Because if he was all good and all powerful, then surely he'd kind of remove their disease and allow them to sort of live a happy life. But the Vedic perspective is that, you know, we are spirit souls and our body is our vehicle, and we've been taking many bodies in the past, and in those previous bodies we've performed various activities, and you know, there's the law of physics, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So it's like every activity that we ever did perform in life plants a seed, and eventually that seed will grow into a tree and we'll reap the fruits of what we sow. So it's like that. If you look at life from that perspective, that we've had many thousands and hundreds and thousands of different lives in which we've planted many seeds through our various activities, then when a baby's born, it's not actually their first time being born, and they come into this world with the weight of their karma upon their shoulders, which is why some people are born into very privileged and rich kind of environments, whereas others are born into poverty, and it's all a result of our previous actions. Now I'm saying this as I'm presenting the Vedic perspective, as you called it, the Hindu perspective on these things. But I'm not like forcing you to accept or believe this, and maybe there's some other kind of doubts that arise in your mind when I'm saying what I'm saying. So if you have any doubts, or if what I'm saying makes sort of sound logical sense, you know, get active in the comments. But that's basically the idea. Karma and reincarnation. There you go. Nice prayer level there. Sorry, I'm not feeling the vibes on this one. Oh, Brandon C., I'm sorry to hear that someone that you know passed away, and it is, I think it's times where people leave us that we tend to get more introspective and really tend to question these greater things, like, because it's a reminder that this lifetime is finite, and each time the sun sets, it slices off another day from your timeline, and when you kind of need to question what it is that we're doing with our time. Are we just pittering it away, or are we making advancements? Boris is asking what I'm going to do when I get to prayer level 100, which is the goal for everyone, to get that level 100 prayer cape. I mean, I'm thinking of a few things. Let me know what you guys think, but wouldn't it be cool if we built like a temple? And we got a construction level up and built like a player-owned house temple, and all the viewers could come and train their prayer in the temple. I thought that could be a nice idea. because I'm kind of an advocate of post 99 training, because honestly my perspective is I'm not really like, I'm not so attached to like the end result of training. I kind of just enjoy the rhythmic, meditative quality of certain skilling activities. I feel like it's mindless enough for me to listen to some other content. Someone told me recently that I'm ADHD, attention deficit disorder, so maybe that's why I need something to be doing with my hands while I'm listening to other stuff. Because just listening to electrons alone, it's kind of, I get a bit antsy. Yeah. Hunter loved the videos. Couldn't get through Bhagavad Gita until I read it. Wow, that's nice. I'm up for reading it again, or like getting into other aspects of it. Like the introduction to Bhagavad Gita as it is absolutely fantastic. So I might read that one day. At the end of the day, I'm just happy making some kind of things for you guys, and it seems like people are enjoying or getting something out of it. So as long as people are kind of interacting, I'm happy to keep making videos.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Govinda Madhipurusam Tamaham Bhajami. Sri Gaura Hari Hari Sahi Gosha Bihari.
Hey Megalodon, sorry for having the music too loud. You've written, I gotta say I'm in a similar position as a white guy who studied Sunni/Sufi seminary for 5 years. Worked as a teacher for a year, then got forced out. Now I'm back to games like Oblivion. Gotta keep what I learned even though I gotta move on. Interesting. Sufi is like a type of Islam, right? Like sort of the more mystical side of Islamic teachings, if I'm correct. Thomas, you're asking if I got any plans for endgame content. You want to see me try the Inferno Cape? I mean, for me, endgame content still means like Fire Cape. Like, I've still got that kind of retro perspective on RuneScape. Haven't looked too far into the updates that have happened in the recent years, so yeah, I mean, I could try some Inferno Cape, but my PVM skills are woeful. I like barrows. That's the extent of my PVM. But I think I want to get 126 combat because I never got that before when I was younger. And yeah, I've got some little goals, but I guess I'm not so I'm not so attached to doing goals, you know what I'm saying? like I like having a little goal, but I also like just coming on and fiddling around, making some jugs of wine. I could do a quest cape. I've done a quest cape before. Yeah, I think the new Barrows cloth is actually under this mountain that I've been training prayer on, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know much about Valamor, but there's this like moonshine god thing. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, there's something. I just like simple things on the game, you know? Scurrius. I'm not sure what Scurrius is, but I know that my plan was originally to go back to free-to-play and train my melee stats up in free-to-play. Like I got these stats in free-to-play so far, and I quite find flesh crawlers relaxing to AFK. Also had like an idea of maybe going back to the bandits. If you didn't know, I was, well, I don't know how you would know, but I was the 6th player to get 99 strength on old school RuneScape back when it came out, and I did it at the bandits with like a combat bracelet. So I would be interested in just going and reliving that and just getting 99 strength for the bandits for old time's sake. But it's probably extremely inefficient. Hunter wants to see me do God Wars. I never did God Wars, you know. It was never my. I've never really been a PVM beyond PVM or Beyond Barrows. Megalodon, you're asking how I left the ashram. Maybe a similar situation to the way that you kind of left your Sufi order or whatever. It was the time, you know. Sometimes when the time is right, Krishna, Allah, the universe puts obstacles in your path to make you correct your course. So, you know, then we might have setbacks in life and have to change our path. But instead of seeing it as a setback, you can see it as a setup, and you're being set up to move on to greater things and affect people in a different way to what you had originally planned. So I kind of like to stay loose and flexy and sort of try to tune into what exactly I'm supposed to be doing with my service and in what way I'm supposed to be serving. So like, it's a long story as to why I left the ashram, but essentially the time was right, and I wasn't in the correct place to be an actual full-on monk. Because believe it or not, living a monk's lifestyle is very regimented, very organised, very disciplined. You have to do exactly as you're told, when you're told, without questioning it, and that can't always be easy for everyone. Some people have a certain nature where that just really doesn't work. But similarly, there's some devotees that I've lived with, some monks, and they are extremely peaceful in that position. Like, they love it. So it's a person-to-person kind of thing. Yes, Thomas, I was the 6th player to 99 strength. I'm gonna upload a video about it at some point, because I actually had a video that I made in 2012 which got like 20,000 views. So I started playing old school RuneScape as soon as it came out. I was good friends with Ian Spam, Pure Spam. So like we were playing old school from the very beginning together with some friends, and I think he helped me out with getting some of the money needed to get 99 strength. Hey Parky, I like seeing your little picture in the comments, and I see you. I really see you there, leaving comments. You're being heard, so thank you. And you're writing how your insights as a monk tie in with RuneScape. Oh wait, sorry. You like how my insights of a monk tie in with RuneScape. Appreciate that. It's it's a bank holiday weekend in the UK, which means an extended weekend. And actually on Monday is Krishna's appearance day. It's Krishna's birthday. So if you want to make like a massive step forward spiritually, you can fast for the whole day on Monday if you're feeling crazy. That's what I will be doing. No food, no water till midnight. I don't know if you guys have ever tried fasting. It's not always the funnest pastime. Jack, those stats for free to play are absolutely monk level commitment. To be fair, like, I think once I've done 99 prayer, I'll be going back to free to play because it's just the pace of the game that I enjoy. I enjoy like sort of calm AFK grinds, and free to play offers a load of those. Like combat and free to play is like one click every 10 minutes. With magic, you can AFK at Castle Wars. A bit of activity for 1 minute every 20 minutes. That's my kind of content, because then I can get on with other things in IRL. Hunter, God has calendar birthdays. It's not like a calendar. Well, it is a calendar, but not the Western calendar. So they follow the Vedic calendar, which is to do with the moon. So like originally the word moon, the word month comes from the word moon. So 1 month would be one complete moon cycle. Like, I don't know if you've ever looked at the moon, but you can notice that it waxes and it wanes, so it gets bigger and it gets smaller. So a full cycle is it goes from full moon to full moon. So it goes from full moon, gets really small, and then gets really big again. Some moon wisdom for you there. But yeah, Krishna is born on a specific, was born on a specific day within this moon cycle. I don't know the actual Vedic, like they say the month of Marg. They've got like different names for the different months. And Krishna appeared on that day. But Krishna is eternal. He's actually he appeared. It's not like he was born. It's like he's always existed, but that was his appearance day. Morning loves the slug. Thanks for loving. Hey, Gooch. Bless. Megalodon asks if I siarad Gymraeg. Wedi siarad Gymraeg? Dwi'n ddim siarad Gymraeg, ond dwi'n siarad dipyn bach yn Gymraeg. Achos mae'n twp. Whoops. Aaron's asking if I was spiritual before I became a monk. I've always been kind of philosophically inclined. I had my astrology done and it said that the path that I'm on as a soul is one that's seeking knowledge of God, basically. And I've always kind of been kind of paying attention to reality and questioning why we do the things that we do and what's the ultimate purpose of things. And that kind of search at first led me to like a atheistic perspective. Like, obviously there's no God because there's suffering in the world and blah blah blah. Well, not blah blah blah, but so on and so on. And I became quite nihilistic when my grandfather left, when he passed away. It really kind of made me think of, like, made me go down a dark path. But yeah, I always was interested in hearing philosophy, listening to different podcasts about philosophy, studying such things, you know. And yeah, the time came when the path opened to become a monk, you know. It's like it just became obvious that this is what my path was, and because there was a certain point where I became so distressed through trying to understand the universe through like experimenting with psychedelic substances and whatnot. I got to a point where I just was so bewildered and distressed that I kind of looked to the sky and said, if there's anyone up there, help me. Like, really, I need some help because I'm suffering and I'm broken and I don't know how to fix myself, that kind of thing. And it was after making that kind of prayer or that kind of supplication to the universe that I kind of came in contact with the Bhagavad Gita very soon after, and the path opened. Within a year or two I was living in a temple with monks. You know, it was really quite straightforward, and you find that if things happen without too much resistance, if things fall into place easily, it's that's your path, that's your destiny. If you're working too hard for something, it might be that you're forcing it. It's called over endeavoring for mundane things which are difficult to achieve. Araf, slow. Good morning, Alvaro Cesar. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya,
Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya.
Govinda Jaya
Cow liver.
Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Over endeavoring, yeah.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
You can feel it when you're when you get caught up trying to do something that you want to do, and it's just every obstacle keeps coming up at the wrong time, and it's like, I just can't make this happen. Sometimes that's a sign that it's not the thing to do. I have aspirations in certain areas of my life. If I don't push myself, I never accomplish them. It's confusing. Oh yeah, that's 100% the case. You have to work hard and put in the endeavour, and you have to really do your duty and try to achieve what you need to achieve in life. But sometimes it's like you put in that full effort and that full energy to try, and it's almost like you can sense that it's just not going to work out. So at some point you've just got to kind of pull out and be like, okay, I've tried my best, I've given my fair swing at it, and maybe I'm gonna have to try and sort of ask some advice from someone, or like kind of readdress how I'm approaching this particular thing. Paki is asking how my family and friends respond to my decision. Yeah, they're super happy. Like, because the place I was in before was super kind of, like I said, nihilistic, depressed, unoptimistic, and taken up to Krishna consciousness, it's not like I lost myself. It's just like I gained perspective and purpose, which I was so like desperately seeking. So they're really pleased. My dad chants Hare Krishna. My mum comes to the temple. Like, they both make donations to the temple. They're really happy with my kind of trajectory. But yeah. Hey Cowlover, thanks for being here this morning, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. We've hit the 30-minute mark, so I'm satisfied just to chip away a little bit at the prayer training. Maybe I can turn this down a bit. Yeah, so like just wanted you guys to know that I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'm gonna probably do small live streams like this more often if you guys are into it. Just a nice way to connect and a nice way to kind of discuss. Doesn't have to be a big deal, you know, just chip in for half an hour. I don't play RuneScape too much anyway, so why not live stream when I'm playing it? And yeah, we'll see you on the next live stream. I won't be able to do it tomorrow, but perhaps on Monday we can continue training prayer. In this video we got, let's have a look. Yeah, we got 500,000 prayer XP, which isn't too much to sniff at in half an hour. So yeah, thanks everyone, and get those Hare Krishnas going in the chat. Yeah, God bless you all. Hare Krishna.